lock this guy up for 900 and I can get him to take 100 grand down, I can flip this for probably a 200 to $300,000 profit at day one. Yeah, hey, Rich, my name is Henry. I was calling you about a property you have on. How you doing?
Yeah, good.
Great. I was giving you a call because my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and I was just calling to see if you'd be totally against the idea of selling the property here on.
I mean, I guess it depends on what the offer is on it and whatnot, because I have two pieces there, I have the 22 and the 47.
You have, hold on one second, 22 and 47.
So,
I see. I see.
They're rented right now. So.
Gotcha. Okay, just curious. Do you have an idea of where you need to be price-wise to even remotely consider it?
Yeah, like I said, I never really looked at selling it, so I never really figured out what the property's worth or not. But
Gotcha.
like I said, they're both paid off. They don't owe me anything, and they are rented right now. But
okay, so then what?
Never know. Just price me.
Okay, well then, if you have 2 minutes, I'd love to try to see if I can run some numbers with you, and then maybe we can come to some type of, a number that makes sense for both of us. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
So just curious, because you said they're both rented, which is great, because that's ideally what we'd like to do with it as well. What's the rent on it?
They're $3,500 each.
And $3,500 a month, is that triple net? Is that gross?
It's triple net.
Okay, great. So you're making
The
about.
only thing I'm responsible for is the air conditioner, and that's pending if they're taking care of it. I change the filters a lot, but yeah.
Gotcha. So they take care of like literally everything.
Yeah, just pretty much I just do the air conditioners. They're responsible for everything else.
Gotcha. Okay, that's great. Okay, and then are they on long-term leases? Or are they on annual leases, or how do you have
They're
that?
5 year. They've been in there. It'll be a year. September coming up. It'll be a year, and they have a 5-year lease.
Okay, got it. So you said it's
a year. Like, the price goes up.
got it. So you're, again, just to clarify, so you're saying that their lease is up next year?
No. They're a 5-year lease.
Okay,
So
got
they've
it.
been in there. It'll be 1 year. They've been in September 6th of this year. That'll be 1 year.
So it ends in like 2029, 2030-ish?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'm just taking notes here while we're talking. Okay. And then do they have any annual increases in the leases?
Yeah, they do. Honestly, I don't remember exactly what they were but they do go up there every year. A certain amount.
No, that makes sense. Okay, and then based off of the rents here, and just curious, like if we got you a number that you'd make sense of, would you be interested in taking payments over time, or would you just like a clean traditional sale?
I just maybe tax wise, maybe a payment over time would be better.
Yeah, I think that definitely would allow us to pay more money, because that would at least help us with the returns, right?
And the one building was just redone. I don't know if you saw that or know that.
I could definitely see that. One of them looks nice, really, really nice.
Probably dropped about 100 grand and sell it.
Oh wow!
I did the stucco, not the foam stucco. I did the real stuff, the screen on there, and then colored stucco, and the roof was just redone too. So it should be good shape for a long time.
Yeah,
the air conditioners are fairly new and on both of them too.
Nice, and it looks like both of them are around 3,000 green change square feet. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, the one at 47, that one is I think maybe 20-foot ceilings. I think 20-foot ceilings in there. I've got 20 foot. It's got a big bay door, and that one is like 3,100, including the offices upstairs. It can be meant for industrial upstairs too if you wanted to, and then it has an attic above that. Walk up attic where you can just about stand in the middle.
Yep.
As well.
And what's the other one?
Regular. The other one is a flat roof, and that one, I think that one's like closer to 45, maybe something. It's closer to 5.
And then do you have like the same exact tenant renting both, or?
Yes, I do.
Got it. That makes it easy.
Yeah, I have other buildings in Virginia as well, so they rent them as well.
Okay, wow. Okay, great.
So that's bigger. That's like 3,400 square feet.
You're down in Virginia, you said?
Yeah, in Hampton area, right near Norfolk.
Oh, okay, nice.
Like 34,000 square feet there on like 3.5, 4 acres spent in a nice building too.
Oh, that's great. would you consider selling the Virginia building as well in a package?
You know what? The price is right. You know what I mean? You have a realtor down there that, selling it to, and, the guy that actually I bought it off of his, all of that. And, that building's in really great shape too. That has all epoxy floors in it, the real epoxy. It's a good building.
Yeah. Look, it looks like you've had these for a while. Well, look, at least for the Jersey properties, right? Because we're based in Jersey, would you be open to something around like a 700,000 number for both?
It's close.
Where do you feel like, I mean, and look, between you and I mean, I could probably do a $700,000 traditional offer, but since you said you were open to doing seller financing, where do you feel like we'd need to be? Because that, with seller financing, it definitely would make it more achievable for us to pay a little bit more.
What are you guys, investors that just buy properties and then
Yep.
sell them? I guess kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, we just buy them and keep them for a while. That's all.
It's kind of what I've had these for a while just because I had my business in there. That's why.
No, it makes sense. Well, look, I mean, so do you think you can, like, if it's not 700, where do you think we need to be in order to get a deal done?
I mean, probably more like 900.
900. Well, look, if you're open to doing seller financing, what I could do is that I could, between you and I mean, I'm just going to spitball some ideas. You kind of let me know if if we're in the ballpark. Like, because if you're willing to do, let's say you said 900 makes sense, and obviously I have to talk to my partner because it's not 100% my decision. But let's just say we did 900 with like 100 grand down, and then you held the remaining balance at, 3 grand a month or something like that for the next, 5 or 10 years, whatever you prefer, whatever length of time you want, and then we could do a balloon payment at the end. This way,
Yeah, we could maybe work out something.
okay. I mean, is that something that you do?
Okay.
Do you feel like terms like that are somewhat in the ballpark of what you'd be open to? Because I mean, obviously, 700 to us for a traditional sale kind of, would make sense. But if you're open to the seller financing, some flexible terms, we could definitely get closer to the 900.
And maybe we could even work something out too, where so yeah, but that's fine. So talk it over with your partner and kind of see. But I would be open to that. Obviously, I would you would have to honor the agreement that's there now. I would.
No, for sure. We'd actually want to keep them. We prefer to keep them. So why don't I do this? What's the best email for you? Let me grab your email and then I can try to get something in writing to you. Great. I'm going to talk to my partner later today, and then I'll put something in writing, and then this way, at least you'll have the traditional setup, the 700 like we talked about, or somewhere in that range. And then I'll do two different types of offers. So this way you can kind of review them and see where we need to be. And then you can kind of give us an idea of what you feel like makes more sense to you. Is that fair?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. All right, Rich. Well, look, my name's Henry. Is this number that we're talking on right now, this is your cell? I can shoot you a text here?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll shoot you a text right now. This way you have it. And then I'll get a letter of intent out to you within the next day or so. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks. I appreciate it, my friend. Take care. Well, that went really well. We're pretty happy about that. And just to give you a heads up here, I mean, look, guys, what I find so interesting in this landscape of real estate is that we get obsessed over like the idea when someone says, "Oh, I'm selling a $50 million building." I was just talking to my cousin about this because he's also in sales, tech sales. And we talk about like percentage ratios and like how much people make and whatever. It's like, guys, like this little deal, as an example, I can flip and probably make $100,000 if he agrees to, if I can get him to like, I don't know, even if he does the 900. By the way, I mean, I would buy this and I would cash flow like a stupid amount of money. I mean, this would be insanity if we actually could pull this off. Like this, let me just break this deal down for you, just so you understand where I'm coming from real quick. This thing makes $7,000 a month triple net. $7,000 a month triple net. That's $84,000 a year. So you take 84 grand a year. I offer the guy, he wants 900. Okay, which by the way, him just saying 900,000, I want you to understand something. You take 84 into 900,000. You know what cap rate that is? That's a 9.3 cap. Okay. And this is in an area where that's actually a pretty good, that's a great cap rate in this area. Okay. This is a 7 cap area all day long. So if I wanted to, I could flip this building right now for a 7 cap, probably maybe a 7 or so. That's $300,000 that I could flip this deal for right away. If I lock this guy up for 900 and I can get him to take 100 grand down, I could flip this for probably a $200,000 to $300,000 profit a day one. You know how much money you'd have to sell a deal for? You'd have to do, again, that's a $20 million deal at 1% commission, 200 grand, right? And most people, when you get over 10 million, most people only make a point. Most people, I'm not saying us, but most people, like we're doing a deal right now, a hotel deal. We're only making 250K on a $10.5 million deal because the guy is like, penny pinching and you kind of clipped us a little bit to get a deal done. But it's like you can make 250 grand on a tiny little baby deal. Anyways, let me break down the numbers. This is real quick, right? If he agrees to 900 with 100 down, I want you to understand when I said 3 grand a month in payments, okay? Do you understand how insane this would be? This means I'm going to make $84,000 a year. My bank's probably, again, we have to take off, let's just say $10,000 for expenses annually. So minus 84 grand minus 10,000, we're at $74,000. I said I'd pay him 36 grand a year. I'm going to make 38,000 a year clean, because they're all triple net, on $100,000 investment. I'm gonna make $38,000 a year on a $100,000 investment. This is 38% a year, and I probably have 300 grand in equity immediately the day we buy it. This is exactly what we look for. I love the small little stuff. Like this is where you can make a lot of money and it doesn't have to feel stressful. I get excited. I love this type of stuff. Little baby stuff. This is just crazy.